Well, once again, I was walking my dogs the other day past the same elementary school where I seem to be learning a lot nowadays when I go by there. I heard something that came up behind me that astonished me, and I want to share that with you. On your morning cup of inspiration, hello and thank you so much for joining me today. As I was walking my dogs, I heard a car pull up. Now, I didn't hear the engine or the mufflers. I heard this music that was coming out of it. The windows were all up, the little tinted windows now, but I was hearing this thump, 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 and it was gangster rap. And the lyrics were just astounding to me that anybody would be blasting this for one thing, but that there was kids in the car that this guy was letting them off to take them to school. And I'm sitting there going, man, what is he drilling into these people's heads? What is he putting in their little minds? Now, I'm not a dad. I have never been a father. That's Terry and Danny's. That's their field, not mine. But I know how I was brought up. And I was brought up, yes, in the olden days when my parents believed the Bible that you spare the rod and spoil the child. But I deserved every lick I got, trust me. My sister will tell you, I pushed the envelope. But it made me respect my parents because they were trying to bring me up to have good character. That's what they were trying to do. And to do that, I had to have self-control. And they brought me up in that way. Nowadays, parents seem like their kids, the main thing is to make sure they have high self-esteem. Everybody gets a trophy. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's right myself. I don't think that, but I may be wrong. But when I saw this thing, it just struck me, this poor child. This kid's getting all this stuff drilled in his head, and then he's got to go to school, and then they wonder why kids are acting up in school and why they're being disciplined like they are. They're disruptive. I mean, it's just all adding up. Over in the Bible, in Proverbs 20:11, the Bible tells us even a child makes himself known by his acts, by whether his conduct is pure and upright. And over in Matthew 12:33, it says, either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree bad and its fruit bad. For the tree is known by its fruit. Wow. So how do we do this with children? We have to teach them from the beginning. It starts with that young age at home. It starts with the parents. And again, I'm not a parent, but I see this, and I see how I was brought up. And even my wife will tell people, oh, Brian grew up in a Leave It to Beaver home. Maybe I did, but you know something? We never had a generation gap. We spoke everything out. They would let me tell them my ideas, my way I thought. They would say their ideas. We always had dinner together. We always had family altar after dinner. We'd study the Bible together. But they would ask me why I thought different ways. And I would just tell them this is what I thought. It mostly came from school and teachers that I heard. But then they would tell me what they thought. And they always backed it up with the Bible. When they did that, I couldn't refute it. I hope that you know people today that you will share this with, that they will bring up their children that way. You know, you want to grow your good character in your children. And by doing that, you teach them self-control. God bless you, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. Have a wonderful day.